Sure about that.
No, the information you gave us was good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's stuff I had already, when I talked to others about it, so it was validated, which was good to see. I don't know who they think's gonna take care of the roads.
Right.
Well, just on another note, I'm sorry, I don't mean to
That's
interrupt.
okay.
Go ahead.
Well, that and if they hit something,
yeah.
that person has zero
Yeah. Safety is a
capability.
huge concern.
Did you hear about the guy, Medina? Somebody was under a truck. That was just like 2 hours ago.
Oh my.
Got hit, yeah.
For those of you that hadn't seen it, there is a clip out there. There was a new press release with a clip where after the congressional roundtable, and I had the opportunity to speak on this to Amelia Sykes, she brought it up in a transportation meeting on the floor. And what was added to that transportation meeting, for those of you that might not have caught it because you were saying that Macedonia is now a township and I'm only a trustee, she also mentioned and questioned about autonomous semis. So now they're rolling up this all into one thing. I think you don't know what they're going to sneak into these bills,
That's
as they often do. But in the past 10 years, they've increased the speed limit to semis twice. Now they want to increase the weight, and somehow or another, they're going to throw in this business with autonomous trucks.
As I followed them all home today through Twinsburg. And I followed them on the way to Twinsburg between Highland and Route 80. Oh, and the guy in 82, where it goes, you know, the drag raceway, where it goes from 2 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody sped off and almost hit the guy in front of me because he's going into the left lane. I'm like, God.
But I just got that information, and I wanted to make sure you guys got it in case you had.
Well, it was
the
nice
content.
of you to do. Thank you.
But there's so many organizations, Ohio Fire Chiefs Association, county engineers, Ohio Buckeye Sheriffs Association, the Ohio Association of Chiefs of Police. I mean, everybody's on board with opposing this. And I just feel that even though it was mentioned, the conversation that I had, that it would, be nice for Macedonia to take a stand on it. And that's why I've been pressing this for the past couple of weeks.
Well, as a township, I think we should.
Thank you.
You know, it would be even more concerning for us because we have become a semi-heaven
Yeah.
between all the ones over there, FedEx,
Yeah.
Amazon. I mean, it's just, I saw a guy get off the freeway and I'm like, you're going here? Where are you going?
Right. And plus our
Weird.
businesses,
Yeah,
need
that's
trucks.
why our intersection at the freeway is #1 danger in the county.
All right, moving on to 90. So there is an amendment that we had talked about in the last work session, and you guys all got a copy of the latest version of this. So, Mr. Gaddetti, does Jeff have to mention that amendment and say as amended?
Yeah, you want to make a motion to amend to conform with the most recent version distributed to council.
So first he wants to do a motion to read, third read, and then a motion to amend,
Right.
and then a motion to
Correct.
accept.
Motion to
Okay.
pass and post, correct.
So, motion for third reading. After that passes, amendment.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then the 12, beautiful page, you know, the yellow and green.
Yeah.
Yeah, that green came out maybe a little bit darker than it should.
No, that was
But I
great.
wanted
It was
to try to
good.
make it as easy as possible. So basically, long story short, 1A is the only section that changed. 1A, A1 is the only section that changed. A1A and A1B just had titles added, and then A1C is totally new. And that just reflects the certification stipend pass-through for the chief and the lieutenants, and that mirrors what was already in there for the fire department.
All right, any further questions on that? All right, 92 and 93, Mr. Gelato, you want to speak about these two in tandem, or?
Yes, we can do them in tandem. This is one of my favorite parts of the job, where we ask other people for free money to help us pave roads and improve infrastructure. So 92 will be for the grant application to pave North Bedford Road and to pave Shepherd Road. 93 will be for the grant applications for two separate intersections, Route 8 and Highland, Valley View and Highland. I know that there were some exhibits or attachments to the legislation showing a preliminary map of what the future intersection would look like.
And that work will be done when, sir?
So these are federal dollars that originate from the federal government. So if the grant or grants are awarded, then they will dictate the schedule to us. These things get programmed 2 or 3 years in advance. So
Got it.
25, 26, can't say at this time.
Thank you.
And the ones at Highland and Valley View,
Yes.
we've had left turn lanes forever. Will we now finally have lights that allow left turns? There's a left turn
Oh,
lane.
you mean an arrow, a signal with
Yeah.
an arrow? Yes.
I mean, we've got a traffic light, but we've never had an arrow, so you just sit there and that road has just, that's the one I was speaking about earlier, it's just gotten horrendous. Try and make a left turn. And now with the buses there, the traffic's backing way out.
Do we have to wait for the money to come in to do the project, or can we do the project and put this toward it?
So, for the paving for Shepherd and paving for North Bedford, if we're awarded the grant, that will trigger the project. Same would be said for the Route 8 and Highland intersection. The Valley View Highland intersection is a little different, as I'm sure you guys are all aware. That's already planned, scheduled for 2025 construction. So that particular application that we're doing right now would just simply be to reduce the city's local share of the project.
Okay.
The one on Highland where it says proposed, can't read the word. Do we have to take any private property? Because there's a couple houses right there, the ones on the
Yes,
corner.
yes, we will be doing that. In fact, you might recall from a council meeting a little earlier this year, we had a piece of legislation authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with the right-of-way acquisition service company to do exactly that task for us.
Do the residents have a right to appeal or refuse?
Short answer is, well, yes, they do have a right to
Okay.
appeal. There's a whole legal process to it, Mark. I
It's
don't
a, it's a
wanna.
lawsuit through probate court where they
Okay.
can contest the appraised value.
So I'd like to do these 1, 2, 3, so we can get the grants
Yes,
going.
please,
Yes.
yeah, as the applications are due November 3rd.
Okay,
So please.
excellent. Any further questions on 92 or 93? All right, and then we need to make a motion to cancel the November 23rd and December 28th meetings. Is everyone on board with that? Good, all right. Jeff, can you do that, please?
The 23rd and
The 28th?
28th. Yeah, I can do that.
No, I want to be here.
I mean, you're welcome to be, you could just come
I thought
hang
we
out.
had
Hall's open.
Thanksgiving dinner together.
That's good. I'm sure we'll be cooking next door.
Yeah, there you go.
Who do you want to second those?
Jan, can you please second that?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
motion, thank you. Anything else?
I wrote down this time so I don't miss it. The next meeting we'll have the finance committee meeting. Are we still going to plan that for an hour before the posted work session then?
Yeah, because that seems to be what Mr. Veras was planning on, so
Okay, I just want to make sure
that's
that
the deal.
we're all on the same page with
All
that
right.
also, that's all.
What page is that? 3 or 4?
In this case, it's only 2.
All right,
I don't
anything
print the
else
third.
done?
I don't
It's
print
still
the last
there.
page. I don't print that.
But it didn't have a time.
All right, guys, we will see you on the floor. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the council meeting of Thursday, October 12th, 2023. Mr. Hoover, will you call the roll?
Ms. Brandt.
Here.
Mr. Finley.
Here.
Mr. Garbus.
Here.
Ms. Tully.
Here.
Mr. Ventura.
Here.
Thank you, and I ask you all to stand while Mr. O'Brien, the chaplain of the auxiliary, to say the Pledge of Allegiance and lead us in prayer.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Let us pause for a moment of reflection as we gather here this evening for this meeting. We come together from diverse backgrounds with different beliefs and perspectives, but we share a common goal: to serve our community and make it a better place for all our residents. As we begin our proceedings, let us remember the values that guide us: justice, fairness, compassion, and the pursuit of the common good. May we work together with wisdom and understanding, seeking solutions that benefit all, and always keeping in mind the well-being of those we represent. We ask for guidance, strength, and wisdom in our deliberation. May our decisions be just, our actions be honorable, and our service be dedicated to the betterment of our beloved city and its citizens. In the spirit of unity and cooperation, we open this meeting knowing that by working together, we can achieve great things for our community. And in closing, we ask for that blessing and comfort for our neighbors who may be suffering from physical, mental, or financial distress. Share them and bring them that blessing of health and happiness. Amen. And now with hand over heart, please join in our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. O'Brien. Next, we have the approval of minutes.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes from Thursday, September 28th.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Abstain?
Minutes are approved. Next, we have public comments. We have Mira Posna? Myra, thank you, Myra, from the Summit Developmental Disabilities Board. Go ahead.
Good evening. I'm Myra Posna. I am here today as a volunteer from Support Summit DD. Support Summit DD is a citizen levy committee to pass Issue 17. Issue 17 is a replacement levy for Summit DD. So, what does the levy fund? Passing of the levy ensures that more than 5,000 children and adults with developmental disabilities supported in Summit County continue to receive vital services to ensure health, safety, and the ability to live a full life. Of the 5,000 people, 86 live in the city of Macedonia that receive services from Summit DD. Wow. Summit DD is mandated to provide critical services to ensure health and safety of those we serve, including early intervention and investigating allegations that impact safety. This levy also provides funding for a variety of services for adults that are provided by private developmental disability service providers. That includes residential services, employment services, vocational support, and transportation support. The agency also funds essential services that empower children and adults with developmental disabilities to live independent and equitable lives. These supports include early intervention for children and families, specialized supports for people with complex needs, transition supports for teens transitioning from school to work, funding for Special Olympics, and support and training for more than 800 disability service providers. If the levy fails, Summit DD will lose all of its funding by the end of 2025. Actually, by the end of 2024, 2025, we will have no more money. The board would need to prioritize funding to support mandated services and reduce the scope of services to enhance an individual's life. Funding for new eligible individuals would be allocated on an emergency basis. So, facts about what does the levy cost? I'm sure that's what everybody wants to know. So, Summit DD currently has one levy. It's a single 4.5 operating levy, which was passed in 2005. It took effect in 2007. Summit DD has not experienced an increase in funding since, for 18 years, despite serving 30% more people. So if you remember what happened in 2007, 2008, 2009, we never collected they never collected the 4.5% mill. Although it was 4.5% mill, or whatever that is. Stock markets, everything took a crap, sorry. We never collected what we were supposed to collect, okay? So we lost about $5-6 million a year through that time, and we were still serving 30% more people at this time compared to what happened in 2005. So the current levy makes up about 80% of the revenue, and it expires at the end of 2024. Voters are asked to replace the current 4.5 operating levy on issue 17 in November 7th. The replacement levy will cost homeowners a total of $158 per $100,000 appraised value. That's $3.58 more a month than they currently pay. With the passage of issue 17 on November 7th, rates will be locked in at the current home values, not the increased values that is effective in 2024. I know that's been point of contention. People are worried about, the property values increasing in 2024. This is already locked in. It will not be effective. If it passes now, that new appraised values, it will not be affected by that. So we are asking for your support, first and foremost, if everybody could vote yes, please, to support issue 17 on November 7th. And even better, like talk to friends, constituents, people, everybody knows somebody that has a developmental disability. If Summit DD loses funding, everybody loses funding. So there's no support. So our providers are supported by us through many ways, and funding is very important. So how can you get involved? Well, help us with the campaign. We have a website, it's supportsummitd.com. You can sign up for a yard sign, you can volunteer, donate. Running a campaign is very expensive, as you all know. So I'm hoping that you can help us. Spread the word, please. Vote yes.
So this is a renewal with an increase, right?
It's a replacement.
Okay. So it's not just an additional, the other one would fall off and this one would replace it.
It's the same levy, it's the same millage, it's 4.5 mils. We've been running on Summit DD has been running on a renewal for 18 years.
Right.
And on the same home values that was
Gotcha.
in place at that time, 2005.
So replacing it now would result, and it'd be a net increase for Summit DD. Yeah,
Correct.
On the current values, not
On
the
the current
2005 values.
Not next
Right.
year's values, yes.
And not next year's. Excellent.
Correct.
Well, thank you very much for coming to speak to us and letting the people of Macedonia know about issue 17 and why you feel it's important. Any questions from council? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Next, we have correspondence from the clerk.
Yes, Madam President. I have an email that was sent to the fire department, and it is from a Bruce Weber. It reads, I called the squad on September 30th and wanted to let you know that the paramedics that came to our house were extremely professional and concerned for my well-being. I was concerned that I might be having a heart-related problem, and it was. Please let those who came to my house that we were really appreciative of services and the job they're doing for our community. Thanks so much. And the fire medic personnel that were on scene were Ed Manny, Grant Samako, and Omar Mansour. And that is it.
Excellent. Always great to hear those stories. Thank you very much. All right, next, moving on to pending or new legislation. First, we have Resolution 87.
Yes, I am asking for presenting it for its third reading, Resolution Number 87, 2023. And along with reading it by title, I would ask for the last time, that we didn't do it last time, but for this time, please also include paragraph 4, 5, and sections 1 and 2.
A resolution opposing H.R. 3372, a U.S. House of Representatives bill to amend Title 23 of the U.S. Code to establish a pilot program concerning certain six-axle vehicles operating on the interstate highway system. Whereas the weight limit for commercial trucks traveling on interstate within the city of Macedonia would be increased by 14% from 80,000 pounds to 91,000 pounds if the state of Ohio chose to participate in the pilot program, which increase would be potentially dangerous to the health and safety of City of Macedonia residents, since the stopping distance for such vehicles would increase. Whereas if passed, the bill would also place approximately 2,214 local bridges at risks, which have a replacement cost of over $2 billion, and similarly jeopardize the integrity of roadway located within the City of Macedonia. Section 1, that Council for the City of Macedonia, Ohio hereby declares its opposition to U.S. H.R. 3372, which will negatively affect commercial trucks traveling on interstates within the City of Macedonia, Ohio. Section 2, that the Clerk of Council is hereby instructed to send a certified copy of this resolution to the appropriate individuals/committees of the U.S. House of Representatives.
Thank you very much. Can we vote on reading that? Mr. Ventura? We didn't vote on the reading, or have a second.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, not a
but,
vote. We didn't have a second on the reading. So, thank you. And what's your pleasure?
I move to adopt Resolution Number 87, 2023, and post the same according to law.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
Resolution 87 passes.
Thank you.
Next, we have ordinance 90.
I would like to offer ordinance 90 for its third reading by title only.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
An ordinance amending section 161.1 of the codified ordinances of the City of Macedonia relative to certain employee benefits.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, do the motion.
Yeah, I'd like
The
to,
amend.
to make a motion to amend ordinance 90, 2023 to conform with the most recent version distributed to council.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And what's your pleasure?
I would like to move to adopt ordinance 90, 2023 and pass and post according to law.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ordinance number 90 carries. Next, we have resolution 92.
I'd like to offer resolution number 92, 2023 for its first, second, and third reading by title only, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
A resolution authorizing the mayor to apply for federal carbon reduction program funds programmed by the Akron Metropolitan Area Transportation Study, AMATS, to resurface certain roads.
Mr. Gelati, do you want to speak to this one
Yes.
for these roads?
Yes, and I apologize, I actually got 92 and 93 reversed in the work session.
Oh, okay.
92 actually is
did.
to apply to AMATS for improvements to two different intersections in town, Rowdy Highland intersection and the Valley View Highland intersection.
And this resolution is just to apply for funding.
This is just
isn't
to make
going to kick off
application.
any projects or anything.
That's correct.
All right, Ms. Tully, what's your pleasure?
I'd ask that we pass and post according to law, resolution number 92, 2023, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution 92 carries. Resolution 93.
I move to offer resolution number 93, 2023 for its first, second, and third reading by title only.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
A resolution authorizing the mayor to apply for federal surface transportation block grant, STBG, program resurfacing funds, programmed by the Akron Metropolitan Area Transportation Study, AMATS, to resurface certain roads.
Mr. Gelati?
Yes, this resolution is the, to authorize the grant application for resurfacing North Bedford Road and for resurfacing Shepherd Road.
Thank you. Anything else on these? Mrs. Tully, or Mr. Finley, what's your pleasure?
I move to adopt resolution number 93, 2023 and post the same according to law.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution 93 passes. Any other motions or legislative actions?
I would like to make a motion to cancel the council meetings for November 23rd and December 28th.
Second.
In light of the holidays, sorry.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, so those two meetings will be canceled. We'll just have one meeting in November and December. All right, next is the mayor's reports. I am not the mayor. My name is Jessica Grant. I'm the council president. The mayor is out of town in Dallas with the Parks and Recreation Department at the NRPA Parks and Recreation Awards banquet, hoping to get the gold award. It's the Gold Ribbon Award, the Gold Plate Award, or just the Gold Award? Anyway, they were the top four in the country for Parks and Rec departments in cities under 30,000. So they were invited to come to this conference, and they've been learning more about Parks and Recs all week, and perhaps coming home with a higher award. They'll let us know soon enough. But we thank them for all their hard work and even getting to the stage that they're at. Also, I'd like to welcome back Chief Brian Ripley, who's been on leave for, 2 months now? 3 months? It's been a while.
An eternity.
It would seem to be eternity for him. Well, we've missed you. We're glad you're back. And also thank you to Assistant Chief Solinsky, who filled in for him while he was gone and did a fantastic job Tuesday at the fire open house here. I hope everyone who wanted to could come see it and bring their kids. It gets bigger every year, but he did a great job at that while filling in for the chief. And also, we have a new fire truck outside, which we got exclusively see today. Unfortunately, there isn't a big crowd to see it, but you'll see it soon enough on the road. Thank you for bringing that in, and I'm sure Chief Ripley will talk about it. And lastly, don't text and drive. Keep your eyes on the road. It's something that the mayor has always said and wanted to make sure everybody followed, but now it's also the law. So we will be enforcing that law starting here already in October. All right, on to committee.
Madam President, can I
Yes,
add
sir.
just one thing to that?
Yes.
Congratulations on Fire Chief Brian Ripley for his 40-plus 3 years as servicing the city of Macedonia.
Congratulations. We did have a number of firefighters get their pins for the longevity. It's great to see how long everyone is willing to stick around with us and represent our city and do great work, such as what this resident experienced in September. All right, committee reports. My only committee report is for the Parks and Rec Commission, which will have its meeting on October 16th. Typically, they are on a Wednesday. This time, we moved it to the 16th, a Monday. It will still be at 6 o'clock in the upstairs of the rec center. Mr. Ventura, do you want?
Yes, on our next council meeting on Thursday, October 26th, the Finance Committee meeting will be held 1 hour prior to the posted work session.
Thank you. Any other committee reports? All right, next we move on to department reports. Director Wilson with the Service Department.
Thank you, President Brandt. First of all, welcome back, Chief Ripley. I'm glad you're doing well.
Thank you.
The biggest news I have is Monday starts leaf season, for real. I just want to thank Christy for all her help. She has been a huge help this year for sure to put it out on the web and Twitter and X or Instagram and Facebook and everything. Kyle's also been a huge help, I'm sure, with the website and everything. I also want to thank CBE Engineering and Joe, their help with the GIS system and the leaf map that they've put together for us. So it's been a team effort. But I think this year we've probably put together the information for leaf season better than we ever have. I've only been here, this is my second leaf season, but I'm going to say better than we've ever had.
I like your confidence.
And
That's good.
so yeah, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Engineering Director Gelati.
Yes, thank you to council for passing resolutions 92 and 93 here tonight. So we'll send those grant applications in. We expect to find out the results in about February. So we will let you know the results and hopefully the grant funding gets awarded. Thank you.
All right. Thank you and good luck. Directors Chaddick and Barris are out tonight. Director Collins, the IT department.
I can do John's forum. If you had an extension with Rita, you have an extension with the city, be sure to fill out your refund. Thank you, end of report. 31 help desk tickets for the IT department, major project, swapping out a new dispatch machine. Congratulations, Chief Ripley. Thanks, end of report.
Thank you very much. HR department, Director Smith.
Thank you, President. Jessica. I just want to welcome Chief Ripley back, and other than repeating myself about our biometric testing, our flu shot, and our virtual health fair coming up the 27th of October, I have no reports.
All right, thank you very much.
Never stop John Barris.
He'll repeat himself every day.
So, I'm sorry.
Chief Ripley with the fire department.
Thank you, Madam President. I have written down I'm back. We have to cover that. But one thing I do want to cover, and everybody out on the web, in this room, I forward a lot of the correspondence I get relative to the crews in the fire department. Well, why was I not here? You guys all are aware of that, but I firmly believe, and I'm not going to identify them on purpose simply because it doesn't matter which shift would have come to my house. They saved my life. And I've been here 43 years, not counting my cadet time, because that would make it like 47, and that would make me old. But that's what these guys do every day, and it's just a very valuable. I did not like being on that end of it, but they literally saved my life that day. If Captain Lewis had not said, yeah, no, we're coming to check you out, because I did not call them and didn't want them there, I probably would have passed away that night in my sleep. So kind of a big deal. So thank you to what they do every day, and being on that side was definitely different, make me tear up. You saw the new equipment outside. There's 2 squads, one Northfield Center, one of ours. Sorry.
Don't apologize. Feelings are cool.
These are the squads that we actually ordered 2 years ago. The engine that's out there was ordered in January of '22. None of that equipment is in service yet. The engine will probably be 2 months before it makes it in service. There's some things the dealer has to do to it, then extensive training. The squads will be a few weeks because it's identical to other units we already have, so driving will not be an issue. I also meant to say I'm taking John Barris's time too. Valley View Road closure, although not in the city of Macedonia, it's located in Northfield Center Township. Starting on Monday, Valley View Road will be closed between Route 8 and Old 8, local access only. We will not be taking fire and EMS equipment down it. We will only have access if the call is in that area, and that's supposed to be closed for 11 days. The city is not responsible for it. It has nothing to do with the city. That's through the Summit County Engineers Office.
What dates were that?
The 16th and through the 27th. And that's projected.
Sure, at least.
As was mentioned earlier, we had our fire prevention open house last night. It was a great success. Hundreds of people, kids, games, food trucks. It was a great event, and it was my first day back, so it made it kind of exciting. And the other thing I'd like to touch on, and I know this is long, and I apologize, but this is Fire Prevention Week, and so I looked into it a little bit. I've been around this, doing it a long time, but I learned stuff. The fact that Fire Prevention Week is the longest running federal observance of a health condition in the country. Started in 1925 by President Calvin Coolidge, actually recognized by National Fire Prevention in 1922. We all know what started the Great Chicago Fire, right? Mrs. O'Leary's cow kicked over a lantern in the barn. Well, that's been debunked. And in 1997, the Chicago City Council voted to, and their exact words here, exonerating Catherine O'Leary as well as her cow.
That bovine was framed.
The training facility is now, training academy is on the property of the O'Leary property. Here's what I did not know, I never heard of. The Petchtico fire occurred the exact same week in the northeast Wisconsin. It was the most devastating forest fire in American history. Claimed 1,200 human lives. Scorched 1.2 million acres. Damage estimate was $169 million. The Great Chicago Fire was $200 million. And to put that in 2021 dollars, just for the Petchtico fire would have been $38 billion.
Wow.
And the other thing I missed, the structures, buildings and structures destroyed in Chicago, 17,000. If you think about it, I believe that's more than what we have in the city. So, just to put things in perspective, end of report, I think it was long enough.
All right, thank you, and welcome back again.
Thank you.
Police Department, Chief Yakupovich.
Well, I certainly want to welcome Chief Ripley back, although we talked on the phone enough, it doesn't seem like you.
That's
So,
true.
The police department is still in the process of hiring dispatchers, but I'm excited to announce that the 2 open sergeant positions will be filled by Patrolman Dan Matika and Patrolman Brian Vince. We're hoping to get them sworn in next week. That's all I have.
Excellent, thank you. And Law Department, Director Gaddetti.
No report, Madam President.
All right, moving along to unfinished business. Any new business? I would just like to remind everyone that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Don't forget that you can get free, or you can get walk-in mammograms from your provider up here in Macedonia at the Cleveland Clinic, also in Twinsburg at the Cleveland Clinic, and I assume that UH in Twinsburg has similar services, walk-in, but they're there for you, and talk to your doctor about getting those done on a regular basis. Any more new business?
I make a motion for adjournment.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you.